I'm heading out to the crag next door to climb some cool stuff as well as two projects that I have in mind. In particular, I'm going to the boulder field, which lays below the 50-foot cliff. Heading down to the bouldering area, you're immediately greeted by what's called the warm-up zone. Here's a V2, this one went down extremely easy just to get the blood flowing. Just a simple climb straight up the arete. The next problem I climb every time I'm at this crag, it's a V3, it's just called traverse. It's a really simple traverse problem, but I really like it because every time you send it, it's different. You heel in differently, or you try to use a different hold because some of them are really sharp, and it just turns out to be a different boulder every time you try it. I'm wearing my old and very worn out shoes here, so I had some trouble getting the heel hook to stick. Next up is a smaller boulder called Popcorn. I just sent one V2 on this, I didn't try anything else. I didn't want to waste too much energy before I got to the project.
Looks like a pretty simple V2, sit start.
This problem is really good if you want to learn sit starts, because that's how the start of this one goes. After that it's just a simple climb up the arete. The holds are pretty good, albeit sharp. This crag is very recently established, so there's a ton of boulders here that have not been climbed or cleaned. So I'm very excited to see what the future holds for this place, and maybe I'll try establishing some problems. Next up are two boulders leaning on each other called Mama and Papa. There's a lot of cool stuff here, I think some like 5 or 6 problems. I just did the 1v4 today. This one's kind of a 1 move wonder, 2 move wonder. It starts out on a really nasty undercling for your right hand, so you're underneath the boulder. From there it's one big move onto the next jug, and the rest is pretty easy. That toe slip really caught me off guard, but I blame the shoes. I have no rubber left on that one. Super fun problem, definitely on the softer side for a V4, but it's still great. So by now I'm fully warmed up and I'm ready to give this project a shot. So this boulder is called the K9 boulder. There's 2 V5s on it and 1 V1. I've been eyeing the 2 V5s for a while now. Every time I pass this boulder I tried starting them, but I could never really get past the first move, and everything else is pretty easy. So I really wanted to send those two today. And you just saw me send a V1 called She's Just a Friend. This one's really fun, kind of pumpy. I like this boulder.
Alright, how do we get down?
Now it's time to try those projects. So this one is called Fang. It was established as a V6 and I think it was downgraded eventually to a 5. But the crux of this is the start.
The way this problem goes, you start here on this side pole and this sloper, feet somewhere here. Massive pull. Grab this jug.
The problem is that there are no good holds. My right hand is on a sloper that barely even exists, there's nothing there. My left is on a slopey crimp, and then my feet are on 2 small little nubs in the wall. So I'm holding myself up with the power of my will, and then I have to dyno up to the next jug. I did get some attempts in off camera and I managed to do the start, but there's no way I was going to make it onto the next jug. So I concentrated my efforts on the other V5.
This one's called K9 on the Fang boulder as well.
So the start of this one is right hand on the nasty pinch, left hand wherever, and then you work your way up the arete. It doesn't sound so bad, but the first hold is quite a reach away from the start. Obviously it's a fast, reachy move, and I have commitment issues on moves like these. I can't fully commit to the move, so even if I might be able to reach it, I often just step out with my foot because I know that I'm gonna fall, or I think that I'll bash my body into the rock.
I think I'm getting there. I just have to commit more to the move. I'm scared of bashing myself into that.
But also, once again, there are no good holds. This is the pinch that I'm holding on the right. It's super polished, and the left crimp is tiny.
Mini rest.
Alright, the shirt came off now, so I gotta climb at least one grade harder, right? At this point I figured out that I definitely gotta heel, but I don't know yet whether it should be on the left side or the right side.
I feel like my biggest problem is keeping tension on that heel and using it to actually drive myself up, because my heel is above where the rest of my body is. So I'm not pushing with my leg, rather than I'm pulling with my leg, which is kind of alien. I think I need to train that more when I'm in the gym.
The next hour just looked like me either not committing to the move or falling off the move because I don't reach the jug.
Come on. I feel like I'm gonna get it. Just heel hook on this ledge. And that gives me a lot more momentum to pull up. And I keep my right foot as low down there so I can push with it.
This felt like the winning beta. I kept my left foot heel hooked on sort of a crack, and my right foot is as low down as possible so I can push off. I got sort of a mantle thing going here, but I can't move off of it. At this point, I'm getting pretty tired. My skin's getting beat up. I've been here for 2 hours, and I just want to get this V5. I'm getting closer and closer with every attempt, but I'm also getting more and more tired. So am I gonna send this thing?
I missed the jug. I missed the jug. I went above the jug.
And then, on what I meant to be my last attempt of the day, I can't say that the rest of this climb is very graceful, but I'm pretty tired and also excited that I just got past the first cruxy move. So a win's a win. Obviously I wrapped up for the day afterwards. This was supposed to be the last climb of the season because it is the end of November. But if the weather next weekend is good, I will be back and hopefully I will get that other V5. Hopefully you learned something from this video, maybe a new spot. If you did, you can follow along for more.